Hi, you guys. I am doing another collective reading for you for the full moon. It's actually, I did not intend to do two. It just kind of worked out that way. I actually pulled this one last week before I had 3 nights of purging. Gotta love the twin flame journey. And I just didn't get a chance to record it because I just wasn't feeling energetically able to. Plus, I was exhausted. I had other work too because I also teach color guard. So then on Sunday, I did an impromptu live that I ended up like totally unplanned doing a full moon reading during it. Like I intended to pull some cards for the group, and then it ended up being a full reading pretty much because each deck I asked different questions about like what was leading up to the full moon and then what's going to come out of the full moon and overall energy for everybody. So it ended up being its own full moon reading. So you guys get 2 this week. And you can find the first one that I did on Sunday. You can find that in my IGTV, and I have a post, like it automatically puts a post and an IGTV. So you can find it there, and I did label it the full moon reading. Now, so this one is another, it's looking at the collective from a different angle, from different angles, I should say. I started with looking at the energy for the divine masculines, and then Spirit seems to have given us kind of a lead up to the full moon with a bit of guidance as well for moving through it and moving forward afterwards. What was I just gonna say? I just had a thought in my head. Oh, so if you guys recall from the previous collective readings I've done, I guess it's been a little bit now, maybe a month, probably because of my vacation. I probably had one a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before my vacation. And then this is my first one after. So previously, ever since April, Spirit has been using me to create these special spreads with the cards with each reading, which I 100% believe in, have gotten confirmation of, that there are like twin flame downloads or light codes in the layout of the spreads. So I do make it a point to show you guys the spread of the cards each time. I'm gonna do that now too. I was just like contemplating before starting the recording because it's difficult for me with the camera and the thing. Maybe what I'll do is take the camera off. We're gonna see how this goes. It might be a little choppy, but I might take the camera off the stand so that I can show you the spread more easily. And then I'll put it back on the stand so that I can do the reading for you guys. So I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, so we'll, all of the spreads leading up to last month, probably, I think it was Lionsgate reading I did. They all like had like more of a moon shape and a circular shape to them, which you can go back and look and see. Now this one, I will say that the spread that I do with the energy cards is automatically a half moon spread anyway. However, the rest of the spread it's creating a new shape. It's creating a forward arrow, which I thought like symbolism. Spirit, I really feel like Spirit was using that to kind of show us even that this full moon is really going to move twins forward, especially for the first wave. I really, just from not just my own readings, not just my own guidance and channeling, but also from like some of the bigger twin flame spiritualists and teachers that I follow who have like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands followers on like YouTube and stuff. Everybody has been talking about the significance for the first wave with all of the summer portals, especially the 9/9 portal. And there's another one coming up with the equinox this week. So I do think that 100% first wave should be seeing progress and should be seeing unions even. Maybe not immediately for all, but starting the process of reunion and getting to union. And I can't remember if I posted it yet, but I did save something that someone else had channeled that I fully resonated with, that was about first wave, second wave, third wave, and when they'd be coming together and all that. So, or progress being made this at the moment. So I will post that soon. I'll go check and find it, and I'll post that soon if I haven't already. But yeah, so I totally think that there's symbolism here in the layout from Spirit showing us that things are moving forward, that this full moon is kicking off action, which is kind of ironic with Mercury retrograde. But I think that with first wave at the very least, and honestly, let's take out first wave. I think that with any of the twins where the divine masculine has passed a threshold where he's no longer running from the connection and he understands that this is his twin flame, he might not be coming forward yet. He might not be engaging with you yet and he might even still be in zero contact, but not because he's running from the connection, because he's needing to feel completely confident in himself, okay? But I feel like the divine masculines who have passed that threshold, this should be applying to them. It should be applying to that group and helping them to shift forward, okay? And that actually reminded me of something else I wanted to mention just now. One of my clients messaged me earlier tonight about some other reader. I don't know where, if she's on YouTube or Instagram or what, but apparently she posted a video for her followers today telling them that any divine masculines who did not start making progress and positive action changes after the 9/9 portal are like have broken their soul contracts, and now the divine feminines have to do the rest alone and God is mad at them or something like that. I mean, some of these people, it's like painful to me, the misinformation that they are spreading. I don't know why they think that they're saying accurate stuff. Like, it's just one of the most absurd things that I've ever heard. It is very, very possible, and honestly, I would not be surprised if readers like this, they are not working with the right spirit guides, and they might not even realize it, honestly. I was very fortunate to meet someone over the summer who is a fount of wisdom and knowledge. And I love her. And she's not about twin flames, but about spirituality in general. And she taught me some stuff about spirit guides. My own channeling, like I 100% trust in my own channeling and my connection with my spirit guides. And when I connect, I directly ask for now Jesus and archangels and like the highest of the highest and the lightest of the lightest. And I do that in order to ensure accuracy, because one of the things that she taught me is that, I mean, I already knew that everybody has a variety of types of spirit guides, like, you know, angels, archangels, ascended masters, elementals, galactic. So galactic being like other interdimensional beings. And, you know, if you might need the word aliens to understand what that means. I don't like to use the word aliens because I feel like it has a stereotype, and it has even a stigma, because society has taught us to be afraid of them. There are bad aliens, but there's not all bad aliens. And there are many good aliens, many good interdimensional beings or galactic beings who are with us and guiding us, they're part of our star family, because we all have starseed origins as well. And we all have starseed spiritual ancestry, not just of Earth, also of galactic races. So we all have those types of spirit guides as well. But what she taught me was that amongst that variety of spirit guides, not all of them are of the highest. Wait, how did I put it? I just like lost my phrasing. I don't know why I can't think of it right now, but they're not all like of the highest light, basically, and for our highest best. I think that's what it was. I don't know why I lost that. You know how like a word will just suddenly become bizarre to you? Like remember this happened to me once, that I was like, just one day I was like, pizza, like is that spelled right? Is that right? Like, and all of a sudden the word pizza didn't make sense to me. You know, it was just like one of those things just now, like, what? Anyway, so they're not all of the highest height, have the highest light and for your highest best. And anytime you are connecting with spirit, it's really important to say, I want to speak with my spirit guides of the highest light and for my highest best, because they aren't all. And I think particularly the galactic ones, but sometimes elementals as well. They might, it's not that they're bad, but they are not necessarily of the highest light and for your highest best. So they might be like, whether it's neutral or they're just playful and mischievous and don't have a problem like messing with you, basically. So, and I actually, it's funny that she told me about that, because a couple weeks ago that happened to me. Like, I was asking questions for myself, and I think I forgot to say that. I forgot to say when I started, like, that I was invoking spirits of the highest light and for my highest best. And the answers that I was getting were like so bizarre to me. Like, they were just off and different from what I have been normally getting. And I was like, what the heck's going on? And I remembered what she said, and I stopped and I said that, and I asked to speak to Jesus only. And I do that a lot now, ask to speak to Jesus exclusively, because I know that he is, I know that demons will not stay in his presence, because I've battled demons. And that to me gives me the confidence that I can trust him, that he's like, that the dark runs from him. And even though I was raised religious, I'm not super religious now, I still know I consider him, like, if he's not the top, he's up there, and along with the archangels. So I trust him to give me the truth. And I also outright say, give me the truth, because if you state it to them like that, they have to. So I called him in and asked him, like, what the heck's going on? Like, what's up with this? Was that like a trickster spirit or whatever? And he said, yes. And he gave me the guy's name and his galactic race and all that. He was a galactic one. And I was like, oh, well, now I have firsthand experience with that. So I don't want to, like, gosh, I could spend forever talking about this stuff. I want to actually get to the reading and this not be an hour-long video. I could go on about this, but suffice it to say, what I'm getting at is that I suspect that there are many readers like this one that I mentioned earlier, who told people that divine masculines who didn't move forward after the 9/9 portal have broken their soul contracts. Like, I really think that they are not making sure that they are connecting with spirit guides of the highest light and for our highest best. And I say our, for the collective as a whole, not just themselves. And that being said as well, there may be some who are outright connecting with evil entities or dark galactic spirits, like, and they might not even know it, because I have seen firsthand shops in Etsy of self-proclaimed satanic witches that are doing spells and magic that is not obviously bad, because it's not doing harm to someone else. It's only to help the client in some way with abundance or love or whatever, but not in a way that's causing harm. However, they are calling in demons for help to do so. Let me just tell you right now, if you are working with someone who is calling in demons, it doesn't matter what they're doing for you, whether you're causing harm to someone else or not. Inviting demons into your life is inviting chaos into your life, and is inviting mischief into your life, and is only going to lead to bad things. Like, maybe they help you with your first goal. After that, they can start corrupting you or fucking with you in other ways. Listen, I curse, okay? Let's just be all good with that, okay? Because I'm real. This is why I don't have makeup on either. And I have a big giant spot that I tried to get that you can see. Anyway, no good can come from inviting demons into your life. Even if you don't think that you're doing anything wrong because you're asking for help with abundance, no good can come from inviting demons in your life. I have banished 11 demons from my life, most of whom that were trying to kill me or my twin flame. No good can come from inviting demons into your life. It might start off seemingly innocent. It will not end up that way. You will either end up on the dark side or your life will be fucked. Just being honest. So, that being said, there are readers who are working with dark spirits and they don't even realize it, or they don't think that it's a bad thing. Because I have seen that there are people who, you know, they're not Christian, they're of other types of religions, and they work with other spirits, but those spirits are like what I'm talking about, that they're not necessarily of the highest light or for our highest best. And it might be what they were raised in and they think that there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not the best spirits to be working with, if I'm being honest. So I do believe that there are many readers who are not working with the best spirit guides and they don't realize it. You know, if you really need to, you really need to focus on, does this resonate with me or not? Does this make sense to me or not? I mean, my own clients and followers can tell you that I've had my own journey of channeling and whatnot. And, you know, in the past, I used to come across a little bit more insecure, I guess you could say. You know, as much as I had constant amazing feedback of how accurate I was, I never want to come across like I know everything and what I'm getting is 100%. And I'm always open to growth and expansion in my knowledge and awareness. Now, that being said, I still now have understanding of, from my own connection to spirit, of what is true and what is not true. And on top of that, I go and I intentionally connect with Jesus or other high spirits to confirm what I'm unsure of, or what I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, telling you guys the right thing. So I don't want to like sound like I know everything and these people are all wrong or anything like that. There's just some things that are just become really obvious to me. And I implore you, I don't really watch a lot of other readers anymore. There's only a select few that I watch and pay attention to now. I actually don't usually watch. I just pay attention to like their headlines or whatever. So I don't see everything that you guys are seeing. I'm aware of a lot more readers popping up on Instagram than what there used to be, like tons. And you can tell because they don't have a ton of followers yet. I mean, I could have more followers if you compared some of the other readers, but even compared to me, there are others who like they barely have any, and that's just my gauge of that they're pretty new. So I don't pay attention to all of these people and everything that they're saying, and I just implore you guys to use your own intuition and of what resonates and what seems accurate or not, because honestly, like, someone telling you guys that the divine masculines have broken their soul contracts and there's no going back, and you know there's no chance for union and all of this stuff, like that's just so wrong. That is, twin flames are constantly under attack from the dark, trying to prevent twin flames from coming together. So that right there is, like, to me, like the perfect example of something dark or negative using that person to try and pull twin flames off their path. That is exactly what I see that as right now. In fact, like, I'm having like an epiphany light bulb moment here of that's exactly what happened with that reader. So I don't know who she is. I don't remember her name or anything. So if any of you know, you can feel free to point it out if you want to. Although I don't like to call people out, but anyway, I am very confident that that's what happened there, that she is being misguided in order to try and pull twin flames off their path, because twin flames are assisting humanity with ascension, and that's why the dark is trying to keep twin flames from coming together. So yeah, please don't pay attention to that, okay? Twin flames cannot break their soul contract, and they God does not get mad at them in that way either. And union is guaranteed. And Jesus confirmed all of this with me, okay? Anyway, 20 minutes in, Spirit wanted to talk to you guys first, okay? I want to say real quick, check out my other full moon reading on IGTV if you want to. This one's going to be on YouTube, which you probably already realized that because you're probably watching it on YouTube. But anyway, check out the other one on IGTV. And real quick, I hate like sounding like a salesperson, but being a good businesswoman, I should mention. Please check out my shop. I added like a bunch of different types of readings that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to start doing more and more for you guys. I've gotten some orders, but like can't wait to do more. So like there's a variety of twin flame readings now. There's like my basic one, and then I have one with Akashic Records. I have one with astrology. I have one that's all of that combined, the Akashic Records, astrology, the traditional twin flame, plus the energy check-in. Oh, and I also have, instead of the traditional twin flame, for a little bit less, just a quick energy check-in on your divine counterpart. And actually, I put twin flame on there, but it could be for anybody. So like if you're having issues with a friend or family member or work or anything like that, it can work for anyone. And then I added a shadow work reading, a soul path, a wheel of life, which is looking at all the 12 astrological houses, as well as your current life path through the Akashic Records and astrology. Stuff like that. I'm starting to develop a spirit team one, starting with your dragons, who are your dragons, and then I'm going to add in spirit animals and other stuff. I added a pendulum reading, and I added story readings as well. I didn't have story readings before because I didn't have time to do them, but now that I'm caught up, because I made sure to get caught up with my vacation, now I'm able to do story readings. So if I have run into a problem, I'll just take them off the shop again if I don't have time, but I'm excited to be able to offer the story readings now too. And there's more that I can't think of right now, but I added a bunch, and I'm excited to be able to do them for you guys and help you finding your way through your twin flame journey and through your spiritual awakening process. And then, like I said, with the variety for the twin flames, you can just basically decide like how in depth you want to look at your own connection. I also started a Patreon community over the summer. So if anyone wants to sign up for like regular monthly readings, which a lot of people get, you can do that through Patreon. So you don't have to order each month. Like it'll already have that subscription, and it's a little bit discounted as well. It doesn't even have to be readings too. It can also be energy medicine or coaching. And I'm calling it energy medicine because it's Reiki, but it's it's like my own energy medicine. So I'm using that word instead, but Reiki energy medicine. I also have in there 7 different tiers for my own group collective. So like if you want to be part of my collective that I'm channeling specifically for, and I'm going to do readings for you guys, special phone calls, on the phone calls, I'll do free readings, I'll do Q&A, I'll do group healing. My energy medicine, my group healing is applicable. It is helping people with their physical symptoms as well. Like I've been practicing over the summer and like targeted at physical symptoms and seeing the results. Like obviously, you know, I have to add a disclaimer that, you know, I can't make you any promises or guarantees. This isn't a medical treatment. I'm not a doctor, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I am seeing results with my clients on that. So it's not just about, you know, emotional balancing and whatnot. It's able to help you in multiple ways. So that's multiple group tiers for that. And then I also have one-on-one mentorships through Patreon so that you can get like regular monthly, sorry, just noticed something. You can get regular monthly all access to me, because I do have to like be careful. I do answer everybody, but I don't have time every day to spend responding to people. So if you want to have like 24/7 access to me for coaching, as well as coaching sessions and a monthly reading and two monthly Reiki healings as well, plus like the community activities, like you can set up that set up that individual mentorship package with me as well. There's different options for how long you want to set it up for, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or for a year. And I definitely am already seeing like great, I think that I would have to ask my clients, but I think that they're seeing like great progress and help. It's just a relief for them to have the help to cope with the journey, because we know that unless you're a twin flame, you don't understand. Like other people, they don't understand. So just having someone to help you and guide you through the process, plus the community with the other twin flames that you can meet and bond with and have someone to talk to about what's going on, like it's really helping a lot. So, and honestly, even if you just want to do the gratitude tier, like as a thank you for my contributions to the community and the videos that you get to watch and the lives you get to participate in, like I have a gratitude tier as well. So like you can buy me a cup of coffee every month and just do that. So anyway, like I said, I have to at least mention that stuff because I'm a businesswoman. But anyway, let's get to the reading already. I'm contemplating like stopping it and starting over, but maybe I'll put a note. I'll put a note in the description of where the reading starts. That's what I'll do. So let me show you the spread. I can't even see it well myself from this angle. Can't get high enough. I'll put a picture also. There we go. So you see how it's an arrow? Which I thought was really cool. So like take a minute, I'm sorry it's a little shaky because my hand. Take a minute to just absorb like any downloads or light codes that are coming through for you. I feel like it's upside down. I don't know, maybe it'll come through correctly on the video. The picture will be correct and that'll be on Instagram also. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's get started. And some of these decks are still new to me because I was gifted and then got some for myself as well, some new decks over the summer to add layers into my readings. So I don't have them all super memorized yet. I still refer to the book somewhat, okay? Okay, the very first card is past energy that is still affecting the present, for the focusing on the divine masculines, okay? So we have the storyteller. Okay, hold on a second. Let me move this a little closer so I can rest my wrist. Now you're too close. There we go. Okay. So the past energy still affecting the present is these divine masculines re-identifying with their authentic selves and reconnecting with their authentic selves and starting to not just feel that and embrace that on the inside, but on the outside too. So like how am I trying to phrase this? They're changing their story with the people around them. They're rewriting their story is what I should say. They're rewriting their story with the people around them. They're redefining themselves with the people around them. So they are integrating their soul selves, and now they are taking that into their lives as a whole. Hold on a second. What are you doing? Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry. They're now going into their lives, the people around them. You know, a lot of these people are going to be people who've been with them their whole lives in various capacities. And they are going to know them as who they've been in the 3D for their whole lives. And now they're going, not necessarily directly, but they're going to them and being like, this is who I really am. This is who I'm meant to be. This is the path that I'm on now. It's time for you to like understand that my story, I'm rewriting my story now, and I'm embracing this new enhanced version of myself. Okay, so that's what they're going through with this. Sorry, I'm thinking of how I want to put the cards right now. Let me grab this chair. Okay. The present energy. Love these. Hold on one second though. Oh, by the way, that was solar plexus energy. So now the present energy is great big love and awakening genius. I actually don't really need to look these up. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting something with awakening genius, but I do know these. So great big love is obvious. Present energy is there focused on their great big love with you, with their divine feminines, with their twin flames, and they are ready to run to that and embrace that and embody that and live that life. Now, awakening genius is about birthing their authentic selves, and is about really like integrating their 5D into their 3D. And just like I started with the storyteller, it's embodying their authentic selves into their lives as a whole, not just on the inside, but on the outside as well. But not only that, and this is an important part of this, because there was the two parts that I wanted to remember. The other thing is that it's not just embracing their true selves, it's also recognizing that they don't need to do everything alone, that they aren't alone on this journey. I mean, they already knew this, but now they're going to start letting you in, start letting their great love in, and start moving forward together. They're ready to start doing that. Whether they're taking the action yet or not, it depends on each pair. Like, I can see it reflected here, but it does depend on each pair, but they're ready to, okay? The hidden influences. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the hidden influences, oh, damn, I keep forgetting. Okay, so the great big love is a heart chakra, and awakening genius is the throat chakra. So being the throat chakra, it's speaking and living their truth, okay? And now call of the muse and shining through are the hidden influences, and their numbers 30 and 31. And I think that's really funny. And actually, awakening genius is 29. I mean, I shuffled these decks. How funny that the consecutive cards came out. Okay, so hidden influences with, there we go. Call of the muse is simple, straightforward, that spirit is inspiring them, and you're as their divine feminines and their twin flames, you are inspiring them and helping them to guide them forward on their paths. And shining through is their authentic selves shining through. It literally says authentic communication, taking off their masks and being proud of who they truly are, and showing that and expressing that and living big now and not minimizing themselves or making themselves small anymore. And both of these are throat chakra cards. So, I mean, we already see the theme here about them bringing their authentic selves through. Okay. The obstacle at the moment is a root chakra card. Not surprising with divine masculines. And it is what it is. It's needing to still have some radical acceptance over certain situations, probably karmic situations. It could potentially be also any situations around coming together in union. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just that, like, if any divine masculines like my own who still have some stuff to work through to stabilize in their material worlds, like, they might still have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Insecurity, I guess, around that. Like, if they need to feel a little bit more stable, but it's not holding them back anymore. Excuse me. It's not holding them back anymore. It's just causing them to need to have that radical acceptance of it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to let this hold me back anymore. I'm ready to move forward. It's also releasing any more resistance or denial based around circumstances or situations that have been affecting them, which is largely going to be those karmic situations, to be honest. And, you know, that could be around shame and guilt and those types of negative emotions that they might feel from it, because let's face it, they're Their divine masculines, a lot, if not most of them, are men. Not all, though. But even the female divine masculines are still going to be affected by this at times, just not necessarily as strongly. But so like it's the way they are. It's the way this masculine energy is that they feel like guilt over not being able to do better or make better decisions. Like it's the root chakra world with that, with masculines. It's just, it weighs on them a lot, and it holds them back a lot as well. So they have to let that go and release any resistance connected to any of that, and have that radical acceptance to move forward. Hidden helpers, which is what Spirit is particularly assisting with right now. We have Roots of Abundance, which is also a root chakra card, but this is all good. This is about establishing those solid, stable foundations of abundance and prosperity and success, to have that confidence and strength and beautiful foundation moving forward. So Spirit is helping to bring this through so that the divine masculines do have that complete confidence. The action to be taken, we have here a tall tale and bearing fruit. Okay, so a tall tale can have two different meanings here. One of the meanings is that they may need to come clean about lies that they have told in the past, or situations that they have been keeping secret. That's not going to apply to all masculines, okay? It's just going to apply to some. And honestly, in some cases, it might even not even be that big of a deal, but to them, it feels like a big deal. So some of those situations, but more than that, and this is where I think the primary meaning is here, is that they are going to start communicating with you, once again, authentically. They're going to start allowing themselves to be vulnerable, to speak their soul truths and how they truly feel in their heart centers and their heart chakras for you, and tell you how they really feel and what they really want, and start to move forward. And with bearing fruit, that's straightforward. You're going to start seeing the positive results and the positive outcomes, positive action to reap the rewards of all the hard work that you guys have been through. They're going to start the abundance is going to start flowing for them in their individual lives, as well as they're coming forward in these connections and speaking their truths. Okay, so it's the positive results on an individual level, as well as for the pairs. The outcome, bearing fruit is sacral chakra, and a tall tale is throat chakra. A burst of magic is the outcome, and this is the crown chakra. And this is about epiphanies, higher wisdom and knowing coming through, understanding that everything that has happened along the way has had a purpose, but significantly, it's about this epiphany and breakthroughs, realizing, having that full recognition of this connection and what is meant for them and their paths forward, and being able to move forward on it successfully. Okay, I love the epiphany part, I gotta say. And then I asked for final thoughts, and we have beautiful uncaging and ears wide open. Beautiful uncaging is sacral chakra, while ears wide open is throat chakra. Okay, so beautiful uncaging, this is twofold also. It's, how can I best say this? It's the divine masculines facing their bad behavior, facing the things that they feel guilty for, and feel shame for, and making amends with you over them. Like they're facing them and they're opening their hearts, they're uncaging their hearts, and they're going to be making amends with you and with holding themselves accountable and making amends for you. And with ears wide open, they are after speaking their authentic truth, can't talk. After they're speaking their authentic truths to you, they are going to really be listening to you and hearing your authentic truths and hearing how you feel and what you want and letting go of their own egos and connecting with you at a deeper level. Okay, so this is about like how the conversations are going to go, basically. Okay, so I think that this is a really beautiful place to be at energetically for the collective. Okay, so now, I keep seeing this stuff fly by me. I don't know if it's dust, if it's spirits, or what the heck it is. Okay, so looking at Spirit is showing us here where the divine masculines and these connections have been and where they're going. So looking first at where they've been. So I really feel like this is particular to the divine masculines. They really have been struggling through a lot of internal and external conflicts, dealing with karmic situations, dealing with their ego centers and battling that the ego versus the heart and the intuition thing. And all of that has brought them through these dark nights of the soul and these periods of decrease that have really been weighing on them. A lot of divine masculines had to hit rock bottom before being ready to expand and grow and move up in the world. And then, all of this has kept them behind a mask, keeping their true feelings to themselves. But, they've had teachers come into their lives to help them find their way. Those teachers could be you as inspiration for them. These teachers could be spirit guiding them and speaking in their ears and giving them wisdom and growth. And these teachers could be others around in their lives, whether it's friends, colleagues, spiritual teachers that they've come across and found themselves. And this has all been helping to guide them in the right direction, okay? I'm going to grab these astrology cards before I finish those quantum oracles. And these I do need to reference. I think I saw something else. Okay, so the first one we have here is South Node, or Life's Debts. Okay, so the South Node represents the karmic situations that they have had to work through. Okay, it represents the karmic debts that have made their life circumstances hard, that it's not necessarily bad luck. It's just, it's been their soul growth and their soul lessons that they had to work through. However, what this card represents, okay, that one's a buck. Sorry, it just did a dip and dive right around the camera. I was like, what the heck now? Okay, anyway. What this card represents is, they've had to work through these karmic lessons, but now they are reaching that. This card, it aligns with the 10 of Swords in Tarot. So they're reaching the ends of these cycles. This is about endings and beginnings as well. This is about these difficult times coming to an end so that it's time to open up to new, happier beginnings, okay? There's something about to close that has been going on for a long time, or has been held in place for a long time. And that's these karmic cycles and karmic situations, if they haven't already. And it says here, you are ready to step out of the rut and align yourself with higher vision. So that makes absolute perfect sense. The familiar will come to an end, and you will be ushered forward into new ways with new alignments and different developments. You may be evaluating certain aspects of your life to realize there's no longer any connection there, and it's time to move on. 100%, this is all about karmic doors slamming shut and moving forward in mature spiritual growth and understanding to new chapters of your lives, major turning points, For this is all preparing them for what is next. For some of them, it may take several tries to fully get there, or maybe that's something that they've already been working through, is the several tries. But, yeah, and I love it here, hooking up with the people in your soul tribe. And I say over and over again, your twin flame is your number one person in your soul tribe. So setting down the foundations for your marvelous future life. So this represents everything. It's what they have been dealing with and working through in those dark nights of the soul, and it's where they're headed, okay? And then we have Gemini, I think. So they, divine masculines in particular, like they gotta get out of their heads. So this represents how much they've been in their heads, focused, trying to think their way through everything. Ooh, but the corresponding tarot is the Lovers. So they recognize the connection. They just have to think their way through the process, through the twin flame process. I think that the divine feminines feel their way through the process, and the divine masculines think their way through the process, I swear. But it does say here, communication is key. So communication is coming, okay? If it hasn't already started. And let's also recognize that this is the twin sign. The Geminis are the twins. So no coincidence there. There may be some insecurity and some impatience. And I feel like that could go to either side, to be honest. There's also passion. There may be, the energy maybe feel a little bit all over the place right now. Like anxious, excitable, all those types of nervous, those types of things. A lot of multitasking going on. Like dealing with multiple situations, and honestly that makes sense with the masculines who are working their way out of karmic situations and moving forward, so they're having to juggle a lot. I like here that it says this is the sign representing soulmates. So this is about important romantic relationships coming together. The most important message from this card is that words are important now, so use them wisely. So communication's coming, and you make sure you communicate thoughtfully, okay? So now, going back to the Quantum Oracle. Like I said, the last thing I told you is teachers are helping to guide them forward so that they have the courage to take the steps that they need to take to move their lives forward, okay? Like spirit has been guiding them, and teachers have come into their lives to help them find their way forward on the path meant for them. They're working through the transformations that, okay, so I said that in plural, applying to all divine masculines, but that's what this twin flame journey is about. It's about the transformation and the spiritual awakening that is the most significant part of the twin flame process. Like, so look, when you get to union, that's when that's going to feel the most significant, and it should be the longest lasting, depending on how old you are when you come into union. You know, but you should still have years, decades even, I would think. However, before that, the transformation, the spiritual awakening, the deep inner healing, like that is the most important part. And it's honestly still the most important part even after union. Union is when you get to enjoy all the hard work of the transformation, but this is what's most important. It's that rediscovering their true authentic selves, integrating it, becoming who they're meant to be, no longer being held back by their inner wounds and their fears and their ego center and the dark spirits that have been like trying to keep them from getting there, keeping all of us from getting there. So this is the most important part. The union is when you get to reap the rewards of getting through this. Okay, so they've been guided up to this point. They're taking the forward steps. They're moving through this, and they are coming to the inner peace so that they can be happy, so they can choose happiness, joy, love, bliss. And this is inner peace as well as outer peace in these connections. You know what? I forgot. I put this one in a different spot. It's both commitment that long-term commitment. I can't get my fingers out of the way. It's the long-term commitment with you and the external piece as well. And look, do you see this? You see the swans? This is not a twin flame deck. I love that there are 2 swans here on this peace card because swans represent twin flames. So to me, this 100% represents as well the twin flame union coming together and having that outer peace and outer union as well. Okay, so they're getting there, okay? Even if you can't see it yet, they're getting there. And from the astrology deck, we have, ooh, I want to see something here first. Ooh, okay. So we have 11th house friends. This is about, this corresponds to the 3 of Cups in tarot. So it's about celebrations, happiness, joy, hope, faith, and charity. You know, I was going to say friends assisting them along their way as well, but I also think that this also represents your own connection with them, because it's not just about being lovers. Like, this is the ultimate connection, like your lovers and your best friends. So twin flames are the whole package, okay? This is about destiny and soul purpose, why we are here on this earth. It's about the greater good and living up to the ideal. So that's our authentic truths. That's our soul truths and our soul ideals. This is recognizing that we're not in the world alone, which card? I don't remember which card it was, but remember I said that earlier. This is focusing on your soul tribe, okay? And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Your twin flame is the most important person in your soul tribe, but it's everyone as a whole. So working through our journeys, working through our transformations and awakenings, it's connecting us with our soul tribes as well as leading us to union. This can also mean families coming together and blending as well, okay? Oh my gosh. This card also refers to the collective. I think that's funny since we refer to the twin flame collective. So that's interesting. So anyway, and then lastly we have, I probably don't need to look this one up, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Nice. So you can expect increase. You had the decrease card from the past and the struggle. Now we have the increase card and Heart of Fortune. And it corresponds to the 10 of Pentacles in Tarot, which is about happy families that are prosperous and successful as well, and building a legacy together. So this is about union and success as well as just abundance. There's a lot of moon energy connected to this card. There's energy and power waiting beneath the surface. And gifts are going to start emerging as well. Things are going to start flowing more easily. Success is coming. It's going to be easier to resolve conflicts as well, which I don't think that's going to be between each other unless you have to forgive each other from stuff from the past that you haven't already done so. But I feel like you guys are already there before union anyway. Benefits being suddenly placed in your path. A period of recognition and achievement in work situations or life purpose situations. Faded relationships. Okay, here. This is a faded relationship that is meant for both of you to help fulfill each other's calling. And this is not a relationship that you will ever be able to move away from easily. I think we can all attest to that, can't we? Destiny is involved. Together, you are called to achieve and master higher things that would be more difficult had you not met each other. There may be challenges, but the love will always remain. I mean, is that not spot on? And this card is about moving ahead and positive changes moving forward. So I like that. And I'm sure you all do too. Okay. Looking at the Akashic records, karmic situations are burning down and they're getting out. Okay. Spirit is guiding them and opening up gifts and spiritual awareness, connecting intuitively with them, and they're listening to their guidance. You all are. Archangel Gabriel is assisting with communication, both with each other as well as with the spirit world. These divine masculines are working through their spiritual awakenings. They're coming into their spiritual awareness, those higher levels of understanding and expanded spiritual understanding as well. And Spirit is guiding you guys to your fated meeting in divine timing. It's all leading up to it. It's all in the process of coming together. Okay. Oh my gosh, I missed a astrology card because of placement. And it's Pluto transformation. We already have a transformation card too. I probably don't need to go in depth in this one. It's probably pretty obvious. The corresponding tarot is the Six of Swords. So that is about, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And this difficult time is coming to an end. You should be able to see the outcome. And if you can't, just have complete faith and trust that you're getting there. This is about renewals and rebirth. Emotions coming to the surface that have been buried, which I see that in a good way. The emotions for each other, because divine masculines are particularly good at burying those and avoiding them for as long as they can. Endings and beginnings again. Relationships will deepen and become more fulfilling. Romance may be intense in a good way. Don't try to control things. Thanks, Spirit. Surrender to the ups and downs. Intense sexuality. It may come in various forms of great sex, not enough sex, strange sex, but most likely intense and consuming sex. I'm looking forward to it. How about you? Be careful of psychic attacks as well, which that could be individual and not necessarily on the twins. But that being said, I have a lot of clients who go through spiritual warfare as well, and I know Spirit guides them to me for me to help them. So it is a time of spiritual attacks in order to stop twins from coming together. So be careful of that, okay? And if you feel like you're under attack, get the proper help you need. I can guide you to that, okay? Okay. Okay, so to wrap up, I want to do the Soul Truth cards and then the White Light Oracle. So first we have, am I afraid to be seen? Okay, I have to read it and then turn around for you because there's no way for me to read it while I'm holding it up for you. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Today's soul action. What parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Am I being authentic? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? Journal your answers. My light is flickering. So some of you need to pay attention to this message. And see, it just stopped. Some of you need to pay attention to this message. Spirit stopped flickering the light once I pointed that out for you. So the next one is, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because... Okay, the next one is, am I focused on what I want most? One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Oh, wait. Next, we have, what am I grateful for right now? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. Notice the abundance growing within you. Next is, am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing, we lose trust in the process, and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. And then lastly, we have, what can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Okay, so now lastly is the White Light Oracle, which I just love. It doesn't seem to be super popular in the reels, but I freaking love it. And you know why? Because it doesn't have something on the cards that is like lovers, soulmates, commitment. But these cards are so beautiful, and the messages are really beautiful. So first we have Deer of Delta, which isn't that like just a beautiful image anyway, the mama and the baby. Without any force, you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is powerful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the light. You can never be dominated or bullied at a spiritual level because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. And I know there's been a few protection cards lately, both in my readings and I've seen from others. So call in protection, okay? You know, you can never be too careful right now. Then we have Telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. There's a really important message with this card that you can't think logically. You can't think logically about the twin flame journey, and you can't think logically about your life purpose either. You have to trust spirit to bring everything together and to align everything. And, Even if it seems crazy, like how can this possibly work out? Trust spirit. Believe in miracles. I have witnessed them come to fruition, okay? I've witnessed miracles. Just the more faith you have, the more those miracles will just magically come true. Okay, I don't know how to say this one. Obediri. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways, which contribute positive energy to our human collective. And did you notice how these 3 cards are all connected? 2 of them refer to protection. 2 of them refer to trusting your path and trusting spirit and not allowing your logic to get in the way. And I feel like these cards are for anyone who is struggling to have complete faith. Like maybe some of you are in zero contact situations that you don't see any evidence. Actually, it's either that you don't see any evidence about coming into union, or you see karmic situation and karmic relationships that are making you think there's no way it's possible. This is spirit outright telling you here, have faith and believe it, because it's really going to happen. It might not seem like it right now. It might not seem like there's a way to get there or a way for things to happen, but this is spirit telling you it is going to happen. Miracles do happen. You got to turn off your brain and open your third eye and open your heart chakra and your heart center and just have that complete faith, belief, and trust. And a lot of times things don't shift forward until you surrender to that complete faith. So spirit is telling you here now, have the faith, okay? Whew. Oh my gosh. So I normally just read this paragraph because these card descriptions are lengthy, but I got to read something I just caught my eye. It says here, this oracle is telling you to get out of your own way. 100%. Get out of your own way. Stop making things more difficult, even if your intentions are good. We see things from a limited or partial perspective. We need to tune into our heart to connect with spirit and act from a more centered and wisely guided place. When you flow with the greater wisdom of life, far-reaching positive consequences awaken. Recognize that spirit is wiser than your own personal opinion and is the prelude to true awakening. You are encouraged to ditch the drug of doubt. Doubt undermines your confidence and sends you on a mission to gain approval before making every decision or having faith. It prevents you from building the strength you need to listen for your own spiritual knowing. You have it within you to be spiritually sovereign. This oracle asks you to recognize your inner potential and to practice trusting yourself and your capacity to respond to life's unpredictable happenings with soul-honoring integrity. So there you go. And actually, I never read the healing process at the end, but I'm going to do it today. Let's do this all together, and that's how we're going to end this reading, okay? So place your hand at your heart and connect consciously to your breath as it flows in and out. Feel your grounding. Be present and speaking from the heart, and say it aloud with me, okay? Although I guess I'll say it and then you say it after me. I call upon the white light of spiritual grace, divine love, and soul healing. Please help me tune in to clear guidance in all areas of concern in my life. I choose to trust in the unfolding of a higher loving plan in my life, the divine timing of that plan, and my own capacity to respond and act with wisdom. I recognize that I am blessed, empowered, and protected as I fulfill my side of my divine soul contract with the universe. I have the courage to continue. I have the wisdom to embrace the inner light of my heart, helping, healing, and guiding me with grace. I have every right to be confident in myself and trusting of spirit. Now place your hands in prayer and let your mind and heart relax. You can close your eyes and intend that a loving light of spirit is around you and within you. Especially notice the top of your head relaxing in the presence of spirit. Ground yourself again in the present moment with a deep breath in and out. You have completed the healing process. Beautiful ending. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon.